Hi guys, coffee's out again, so it must be bum time. Bum time? Oh yeah, bench update Monday. B.U.M. Anyway, it's time for a bench update. So let's see what John has been up to. 2 seconds, I'll have a quick sup of this. Oh yeah, get away, it's lovely. Right, bench update Monday. This is my new segment, so I started it last week. Asked people what to think, and everybody says, "Yeah, yeah, go for it." So anyway, we'll start off with my current work at the bench. Right, start off with the T35. I have to make sure I get that right because I'm always confused. No? It's either T something. It's a T30 something, as Simon Kemp called it. Right, it's a T35. I'm definite in that, and it's a multi-turret. We call it pre-war and start of the war tank. Uh, Mobile pillbox battleship, as Jens called it. Thought I was made building the grass fee. It's huge. Like when you consider a 135 tank, we start off right. We just compare it to there's the Chaffee. You know, the Chaffee isn't really a big tank, so we get a big tank. Hang on, 2 seconds. I'll get down the Tiger. Right, there's one I had to hand. Right, there's a Tiger. And as we know, during World War II, Tigers were a bloody big tank. Right, so there's the Tiger. Well, if I can lift this bugger out without damaging anything, because it's not all glued together or anything like that. Right, so there's the Tiger. There we go. It's at least 1.5, if not twice, the length of a Tiger. I mean, that is mental. You know, 4 sets of bogies. It's a busy tank, and it's quite big. Very slow, lumbrous, not designed for the way tank warfare ended up. It was designed for a war that didn't happen. That they thought, kind of expected it to be similar along the lines to World War One. But anyway, enough talk about that. Let's see how far we've got. Right, we've seen the top, and I was working on the hull sections and the bogies the last time I was speaking about it, and the fiddliness of it. But these bogies went together so easy. They were absolutely fabulous. I had no problems with them at all. This whole section I had not one problem with. Not even in the slightest. And that long fiddly bar there went on perfectly. And I was pretty kind of nervous about that. As you would be when you look at the sprue and you go, oh, that's going to be fair fiddly, it's going to be dangly, I'm going to, you know. And if you look, there's no white spots from where I bent it or anything. So everything is perfect in that. So I'm happy with that. There's the main turret. I've shown you the other 4 turrets and the back deck, and that's just the roof of the turret. There's the other turret. There's still 1 or 2 bits to pieces to go onto it. I just want to get sort of base painted in there because there's a seat kind of covers here. I was able to there's probably stands or something for when they're standing, but there's 2 to go on there. There's another one of these uprights to go here. So they've got to be done before I got to paint it before I can get them in because once I put them in, it just restricts the space in here, so I can get it sprayed nice kind of a whitish colour on the inside and touch up the inside parts. Even though you're not going to be able to see them, I don't know why, but anyway, just I suppose when you pop out the turret, you can look in on it, you can see it's done. So little things like that. That's why I'm doing it. Fit issues, like I said, I didn't have a single fit issue until I came to this. And it's just when I put the 2 sides of the shell together and the third piece in here, when everything fitted around here, all the way here, because this ring here, it's like a little basket that you pop in to that, and that completes the ring inside. Now, for that to fit in perfectly. That was perfectly sanded and everything else. Nothing sticking out or nothing or anything like that. Once that fit in and fitted in nicely, because there's kind of a groove up here for it to slot into that ring, because it's not a full circle. It's a sort of goes from there around to there, and there's a kind of a slot there for it to fit into, and a slot there for it to fit into, and it slots in and down. So everything there fits nice and home. But back here, it joined here, but there was a gap, and it kind of widened out a bit, and then kind of closed again. Now I could have inadvertently sanded a bit too much off, but I don't think so. It because when I went looking at it, there was no marks where I'd sanded, and there was no ejector pin marks, or not ejector, join plugs there, because it was joined across the top section. So whatever, anyway, I filled it with a bit of sprue glue, let it dry, let it sit overnight, because you can see the slightest little gap there, but it fitted up here. So it fits now, and everything is grand, just waiting for paint. So that's the T35. This is the base I've got for it. It's a child's blackboard from Poundland, or Euro, or Deals as we call it in Ireland, or is it, we don't call it that, they call it that. It's called Deals in Ireland and Poundland in England. Sanded it all down, filled up the little gaps in it, sealed it with PVA. I'm going to pop in a piece of that foam board that I used to use for the walls and things, and do cobblestone. So it's going to be a cobblestone road section, because like I said, it's on parade in Red Square, so Red Square was all cobblestones back in the day, and the reason I know that is from the old photographs that I'm going off. So anyway, that's that. What's next? The Stuka. That's I suppose it's the fact that my compressor went down, and I had loads and loads of time, that I got loads and loads done on the Stuka thing. So you have to excuse me, because I have to make a bit of space, because this dio base is quite large. And I say quite large, it's 21 inches by 11 inches. That's 53.5 centimeters by 28.5 centimeters for the metric people. So here she is. It's only on a piece of nice plywood, very, very light plywood, which used to be a door off a press. So it's been found a new home. Can we get it all in? That's about as much as I can get into it, lads. Hold on, if I tilt the camera back another little bit. I'm still not getting it all in. But anyway, the last time we had a look at this, I was deciding whether to put gates on at the end of the railings, because I had the railings stopping there. So I've continued on with the railings a little bit, and I've given them 2 gates, as you can see. So the culvert is looking nice. The water effects have looked, there we go, they've all nicely dried in and everything else. For the water effects, like I said, I used stuff from Poundland again, my favourite little go-to shop. And you can get this item here for £1 or £1.50 in Ireland. And what it is it's 2-part epoxy resin, clear resin. Just break off the top and syringe it down. Now I kind of used a bit too much really on that. I shouldn't have used as much as I did, but I didn't know how it was going to set, and it was an experiment. I should have tried it on something else first. But when I went down, I bought 2 of these, thinking, I need 2 of them. No, I didn't need 2 of them. One of them was plenty, so I have another one left. I can more water effects for a dio. Watch this space. So right, we've got that. Let's start adding bits to it, just to kind of fill it up and give it a dry fitting, like you would with a model. This is how I set it up, and I sit back and I look at it. I'd have it in the corner of the room, and I'd be at the computer or watching television. I can see this thing out of the corner of my eye and go, yep, that'll do with it, and go over. And by just having it sitting there, I find it gives great inspiration for adding more things on. And the only way you do it is by just sort of setting everything up that you have done and stuff. And you say, all right, that's needed, that's too much. Looking at it for a while, you know yourself. So, right, I decided that the Stuka is going to sit there. Things that I've added now myself. Well, we know that the the little kitten red is up there. If you've got a Stuka, you have to have a pilot. So there's young Hans Ulrich Rudel himself. So he's standing there looking over at that. Right. We've got a chap here with an oil can. So he's doing some oiling to the engine. We've got our chap with the petrol barrel, which we kind of scratch built up with the logs, made some bit of styrene. I don't know what it was something else, and we stuck it in there. It looks lovely. It's a pump. And with a bit of wire, joined it up onto here. Like a perfect join. And stuck it onto that guy. So there's our Stuka being filled with petroleum. We've got a little Kübelwagen. We'll pop her here. Going in. I'll try and speed up this. What I'll do is I'm going to... No, I won't pause because there's new bits that I haven't shown you. Right. And we've got some more figures here and there to go disperse around. It's pointless putting them on because the figures don't mean anything really. So I looked at it and I said, right, it's lacking in something. It needs something kind of over here. So I built this. Right, it's sort of long matches and some lollipop sticks. This is actually just one lollipop stick and scored into it to give it the effect of boards. Alright, as you can see, the scoring wasn't that good at that side, but from a distance it's grand, it'll do the job. I haven't got a ladder. I decided, and here's the weird thing, and it actually does work. If I put a ladder in and it didn't look to scale, it would look wrong. But by not having it there, you don't really notice it. So I'll either get one that's perfectly to scale and looks right, should I say. You know, it doesn't have to be perfectly to scale, but just looks right. I'll either find something that looks right and put it in, or not put anything in. And that's what I decided on. Right, up here we've got 2 machine guns, 2 sentries, and a spotlight, which was originally a 135 lamp off a tank. So just a few bits and pieces added to it, bit of aluminium foil, glued on, anything like that, painted up, and there she is. There's her spotlight. And the spotlight then, and the watchtower fit just there, perfect. If I can turn that there. See, it just fits in. It gives it volume, proper volume. All right. We've got, I hand painted 1 or 2 of the trucks. Purely just out of boredom, waiting for things to happen. But I got the wood effect on that, and I am amazed with it. I thought it came out absolutely fabulous. Look at that. That's 135 scale. I'm just amazed at how the wood came out. I just tried various washes, dry brushings. There's about 6 different things done to it. So how I did it, it's base colored in native brown anyway, and it's had various washes and dry brushes with desert sand, desert color, bits of green, dry brushes, black wash. I just don't remember what I did to it, to be quite honest with you, because every now and then I just added another little bit of this to it and that to it, and it came up absolutely perfect. And if you look closely on that, I don't know whether it will zoom in or not, there's a Luftwaffe eagle there on the door, and I made it look kind of, it's a work vehicle, it's going to get, you know, abused and things like that, so that's why she's all dirtied and things like that. So I was quite happy with that. I thought that came out very, very nice. Then there was the truck that Joe had already painted. I added a decal to that, and I added some stowage to the back of it. Now the stowage, and how I did the stowage, is basically an idea that Jens, non-prolific 135 model builder, put up there recently in the video. You'll find the description to Jens' channel in the box here at the bottom. And what it is basically, that's all it is styrofoam squares, tissue paper, and PVA glue, and you arrange them around, glue them together, pop them in, cover it with the tissue, and there's a process in doing it. So watch Jens's video, and he'll show you exactly how to do it, and it comes up fabulous. So I did that in the back of that truck, and I also had 5 oil drums, 135, 172 scale. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I got the 5 of them, and I noticed that the same scale or the same size as those oil drums was a pencil that I had. So I cut the pencil up, and I got another. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got another 10 barrels. 5 and 5. Yeah, I got another 10 barrels. Put them all together, so that now we've got a little fuel dump. Did the same thing with the tissue and things. So it's like you see, it's covered over with an oily cloth. We'll sit here. There's a little fuel dump, which the bare spaces, there isn't really much happening, but it kind of fills it up. So you're getting the idea on how that's going. And I have trucks then for painting. I have the one that's pulling the gun there, and I still have to paint up this one. I did some storage for the back of that again, same idea as the thing, but not copying it. Didn't fill up the back completely, and we got 2 tires in the back of there. That's all ready for painting. So that's the Stuka tire. So that's basically my work in progress and what I've been up to. So I think I've been fairly busy. Yes, I like to put that down somewhere in 2 seconds. So I think I've been fairly busy. So let's just pause this for a second, and let's get on with the rest of B.U.M, Bench Update Monday. Alright, so now I want to make a little announcement, shall we say, or announce something. I've decided that I'm going to do a little experiment, kind of not really experiment, a group build. Group build. I suppose there's not really else you can call it, because that's exactly what it is. It's a group build, and I'm calling it the Operation Torch group build. Operation Torch was the Allied invasion of North Africa, to help out the 8th Army and box up the Germans in Tunisia and things like that. So the reason for doing this is my uncle was involved in the Torch landings. He came over with the British First Army, and he was with the Royal Artillery. And unfortunately, he didn't come home. He's buried in a place called Mejlis El Bab in Tunisia. He got killed in February 1943, just before the whole thing basically ended in Africa. And he's buried out there. And he was a loader on a 25-pounder crew. And that's about as much as I know. I know where he was killed, the battle and all that, where he's buried. I've got photographs and things of the Commonwealth gravesite. But anyway, a lot of people would have connections to that, and I know Jens has as well. I think his grandfather was involved with the Africa Corps, so he might get involved with this one as well. So anything to do with the Torch landings, not necessarily the landings themselves, but the whole operation, that whole Torch operation. So if you want to build anything for that, so you can build, say, landing craft, you can build a ship, if find out a ship that was involved, and if you want to stick that in, aircraft, tanks, little vignette of figures, say be German, American, or British. So that's basically the thing. It's going to run from the 1st of March, so you've got bones of a month to get a kit for it, or 2 kits, or whatever you want to do. and it ends on the 31st of May. So it's only going to run for 2 months. It's only a short little one. But 2 months, to me, 2 months is a long time. To some people that build models, 2 months isn't that long because you only get sort of a couple of hours of the weekend to do a bit of modelling, and I understand that. They can't all be like me and spend our day sitting down at the workbench, farting around and doing a bit here and a bit there, and still getting loads done by the end of the day, more than what a person would get at the weekend and sometimes. So it's there for 2 months, and I've opened up a Facebook page. I'll have a link in the description box and you can check that out. So that's Operation Torch Group Build. Starts on the 31st of March. The Facebook page is up and running if you want to put in your entries for that and things like that, and any photographs and things that you want to upload onto that site that's got anything to do with the torch or things like that. You can show the kit that you want to use for it. You can just say show a finished build for a finish. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be. I'm not going strict on build logs and stuff like that. But if you want to put one in, yes, by all means, stick in, show what kit you used, what products you got to get to where you got, and what inspiration you have for it. That to me is the kind of the more important part of this thing. What inspired you to use this piece for that? I have my piece in mind for my dia, and I've kind of half explained my reasoning behind that. So anyway, that's Operation Torch Group Build. So that's the announcement that I have. So we'll talk about that as time goes by, and like I said, the Facebook page is up and running. Link below in the description box. So moving on from that, what have I got next? Purchases. Purchases. Well, these things are purchased. I'm just waiting for delivery. I purchased them on some on Thursday and some on Friday. But with the weekend, it takes a while for delivery. I've ordered my compressor, bought and paid for. Just waiting for it to be delivered from Mark's Models. My little Badger BA1000. I'll do a little video on that when it comes. And I've ordered three more kits, and I've ordered some more paints and things. So that's new things to come. Handy items that I've found around. I found this, which is a picture hanging wire. It's 0.3, I think. And what it is if you look at it, it's braided copper wire, which is perfect for tow cables because it's nice and flexible. It's got the braiding in it, so it'll pick up the paint and the wash and things like that. And a nice little roll of it there, and it cost me €3. And what it is just picture hanging wire. You pick it up in most DIY stores. It was just a handy item that I spotted. I went, hey, even though I make my own tow cables and do the twisting thing, if you can, that'll do plenty of tow cables, as long as the thickness is right in that. So if I get one that, I measured it now to a couple of my tanks, and a couple of them it would work, and a couple of them it wouldn't. So for the ones that would, there we go. It just saves time savers. Picked up a couple of these little tubs. They're brilliant. I got a 4-pack of them with lids in Poundland again for £1, 150, and these little mixers, they're shot glasses, plastic, disposable. They're brilliant as well. So I'm spending a fortune on deals, and basically that's it for purchases. I've just waiting for the postman to come. So that's it for purchases, and I'll just finish off with just a few shout outs to a few people that have channels up and have been commenting on my stuff. They're not got a lot of super amount of subscribers. I'm not going to, if you've got over 300 subscribers, I'm not going to give you a shout out. You don't need a shout out. If you've got your sort of your kind of your base, and you'll find that you keep adding on daily. Like I'm up now to 470 odd. It it flicks up 5 or 6 every day. So these people are absolutely fabulous modelers, but their channels aren't really. They need just a bit of advertising and a bit of support from us. So we start off. There's one chap, Solomon, Life After Work. He's in America, and I tell you, he does some lovely stuff. He does trains, ships, and what's it? Trains, ships, and aircraft. Um, he's done a lovely job on a train he's calling the Bumblebee, which is very nice. He's just got they're about these things now aren't your little HO scale or whatever. They're big ones, and he's upgrading the Bumblebee, which is basically a sort of a basic model, and he's turning it into one that costs 20 times that for 3 times the you know much cheaper, but ended up in a much better one. He's also doing the USS New Jersey, which is fabulous model. He's having a few problems with that one, and he's doing the U-boat Type 7. So he's pretty busy. So you do check him out. That's Life After Work. Also, we've got Tim Hedworth, or Joe's dad. He's working some fabulous stuff as well. He's doing a Rebel Hawker Hurricane at the moment. It's just coming out absolutely brilliant. And if you like my kind of videos, you like Tim. He's a bit a bit sarcastic at times, and he does a good video. Also Kim Andrsen, give him a shout out. He's done an absolutely fabulous job on HMS Illustrious. You should see it, the aircraft carrier, and he does it over 15 videos, and they are well worth checking out. So go check out Kim. Joe's model kits. Joe's finally done another video onto his. He's done the M8. He did a lovely job in it. Nicely detailed painted on that, and he's also got the IBG Chevrolet scout car type thing on his channel. So go check out Joe. Also, to a young lad who is absolutely fabulous. He's only got a small few videos up, but he's actually very good. Adam's Scale Modelling is the channel, and he's done a brilliant job on the Tiger. He had an Ardennes front little die-off for that. So go check him out. So that's Adam's Scale Modelling. So those 5 shout-outs, I'll do 5 each Monday, of basically people whose channels need a bit of a boost. You mean, you don't need a lot of these people. They don't need advice from me. I'm sort of only back into it a year or so. So I'm learning. We're all learning, but their channels need a little bit of a boost. Bring up the old subscriptions and that. So don't forget the Operation Torch Group Build Facebook page. As I said, there's a link to the Facebook page below, or you can sort of just upload them on your own channel. Your entry for the Operation Torch Group Build, and sure, why not? Let's have fun with it. Isn't that the whole reason for group builds anyway? So we can all kind of get together and kind of chat about a subject, and have a bit of banter and a bit of modelling. So anyway, that's my update. God, 28 minutes. I didn't think I rabbited on for that long, but I do. So my coffee's gone cold now. Guarantee you my coffee's gone cold. Look at that, it's still sitting there. No, it's actually warm. It's these mugs, they're brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Oh, just a final little tip. That's not a Badger paint mixer, okay? What that is cost me a £5. That's €5 now, not 5 sterling, so it'll be even cheaper in sterling. And what it is a coffee frother. Now I have to go shorten this down again. I have it then because it's just you see that wobble there, that's just a little bit too much. But if I shorten it back to here, that will work perfectly and do the exact same job. There was a kind of a spring thing around here at the top, so I just cut that off, squeeze in the yolk and it works perfectly. Now that works grand as it is. It just a splash. The odd time I get a little bit of a splash if I kind of forget about it. So I'm going to shorten it down again and do the same thing to there. And there you go. There's my Badger Spain Stir for a fiver, rather than Pendon. I think they're 15 quid, so it's a third of the price. I got it purely because I could. The place where I was going to, I had it ordered from when the delivery came. They were out of them, but they refunded me the money that they didn't take for the Badger paint mixer, and the other stuff came. And so I went out that day and I spotted one of these and I said I could adapt one of them to do the exact same job and save myself a few bob. So I did, and I saved myself a few bob. So there you go. Just another little tip from John. So anyway, catch you up in the next one, lads. Next Monday for the B.U.M bench update Monday, and it might be a video or two during the week because, like I said, I'm waiting on the Mr. Postman with some deliveries and some goodies for John, especially his compressor. Need my compressor. So anyway, let's catch you up in the next one. Be good, be safe, stay safe. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Stick a like. I do like the likes. And comment. Tell me if you're coming in on the old Operation Torch group build or not and stuff. Or just comment in general. So, don't forget, lads, the most important thing is have fun modelling. That's what it's all about. This is a channel to do with modelling. And go out, buy a kit and build it. Just have fun.